And this is the type of wind speed that we see where if you can get a little bit more wind, you also get more height. When it's a little higher in wind speed, everyone's got the height, and when it's a little lower, it doesn't make a difference. But the power is really valuable in this middle wind speed.
Let's start.
There we go, we're off. We see GBR, I think that's GBR 10. Two of them, 10 and, so we've got the 3 boats going to the right, going to the far side, our left of your screen, sorry. Our pink is the leading boat, then Dortoli, then Dave Evans. We see the Austrian get flushed out, have to tack and duck, so they didn't have as good a start this time as they did last time. We also see Dylan Fletcher having to tack and duck, and tacking right on top of him is Jonas Warrer.
Yeah.
So Warrer, but Fletcher's got through underneath. Oh, and they're all having to duck Sylvan.
Duck another starboard boat, yeah.
Okay, so a lot of action right at the start there.
Involved are now unless they're crossing.
I think that was a last-minute decision by Warrer to try and slam dunk Fletcher that hasn't worked out for him because Fletcher had enough pace to get through underneath. Probably with the best start is closest to our screen, other than Italy 26 is just spectating. Burling, New Zealand 1. Yeah. He came off the pin with pace, was able to establish dominance over the boats on his hip.
If he crosses
had
now,
attack.
that's the race over.
Yeah, if he crosses now, although we didn't see that in the last race, but you'd have guessed with a guy as much pace as Burling that if he makes this cross, which he just had, that could be his victory. He's already got the title wrapped up, but nothing like taking another race win. These guys are all practicing for the future anyways. Sylvan coming across on port now, and the guys underneath him tacked, so I didn't think he was going to make it. I think he started cracking off, but then they tacked, so no problem there. That was John Pink tacking underneath Sylvan, and now coming close to the boundary. Oh, Fletcher having a bit of a nightmare race here. He's just had to duck his teammate, Dave Evans. I really wish the Italians would get out the way. Maybe are you focused on the front of the race instead? Yeah, so we've got a few boats out training today, and we need to direct them to the other side of the course. Warrer has Denmark. Warrer has escaped the madness that that Dylan Fletcher's been caught up in, and he's escaped to the right side of the course. So with a strong race here, he'll have wrapped up his silver medal. Looks to me like Burling went straight to the ley line there, and will be close on tap. You know what? The Swedes have definitely closed up, though.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's opportunities to pass if you can find ways to get yourself to the right. Yeah, the Swedes had to duck to get past Burling. So they're right on his tail, and then we see Warrer not too far behind that.
Which number is Fletcher again?
Fletcher's 4, so he's actually
pretty good. Yeah.
He looks fine. He's made a couple ducks already this beat, but he was farther left than the others. So let's see how aggressive Fletcher is with Warrer here. So he tacks right on Warrer's line. I wonder how tough the ley line is for Warrer now. Botten throws it in there. That was within 2 boat lengths, but
I said within 3, yeah, but
within 3, thanks to you. And good to have an umpire on my shoulder. He gets round, so and then Fletcher's round, and Warrer did make it. So the two teams are in 4th and 5th, battling for the silver medal. There's 7 points in it, so Warrer has a bit of room here. But Fletcher can make some passes and maybe force some movement from Warrer. It could get interesting for the last race. Just behind them is Dave Evans. And then the purple spinnaker is the Austrians. That's Nico de la Carthe. Followed by the Germans. And we see Dortoli, pink spinnaker, in last place right now. Let's just catch up with our leaders as they head downwind. The class of the field all week have been Burling and Tuke. They won the 2013 World Championships and have won almost every other race through the week here. So no surprise that they've managed to get in the lead of this one.
Yeah, no, I actually was judge at the last World Championships, and they were very, very good technique, and particularly off the start, very, very legal, but very, very quick.
Yeah, not a lot of holes in their game. I think all year we've seen them make one error, which is when they capsized in the first theater race of the 2013 Europeans to put themselves under a lot of pressure. But ever since then, they've won every regatta they've entered and have already locked this one up. So good battle here between Botten and Sylvan. To be honest, Sylvan's probably ahead anyways. But then let's go back to the big group there in the middle of the pack. We can see.
Looks like.
Unfortunately, we got the spectator boats blocking our view. But Dave Evans is in the light blue spinnaker. He's in a good position here. The Austrians are going to try and go above him, but they're not going to get over by the time they get to the leeward marks, I don't believe. So Dave Evans should be. He looks like he's soaking to me to the left gate, and the Austrians will go to the close gate. And they've both managed to get past Fletcher and Warrer in this downwind leg. I don't know what's going on with Fletcher.
It looks like he's match racing him, or trying to. He's really focusing on him for sure.
You're right. He's doing something here because he's fast downwind.
They need boats between them if they're going to catch up.
Well, it's an interesting technique if that's what he's doing, because Warrer's got inside. So all the boats are through here together. So yeah, Warrer managed to pass.
No, I don't think so.
Fletcher's.
No,
Fletcher's got bounced to the back. Fletcher's just now rounding the right gate.
Mark. Yeah, you're right.
And Warrer. So I'm not sure what's going on with Fletcher there. He struggled in the middle of that downwind. Yeah. Maybe we can find out after exactly what his tactics were. But whatever they were, they didn't go well for him.
No.
Just pan up the fleet there, Sam, and we see Warrer there mid-fleet. He's now roughly 4th place, maybe 5th, depending on how the Brit here, or Dave Evans, is doing. But the first 3 look pretty solid, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Sylvan. So instead of just following Burling to the top right corner, Sylvan's come to the near side. He obviously feels that there's a little bit more pressure on this close side, and he's willing to put in 1 extra tack to get it. And actually, the New Zealanders have matched it. So
it only makes sense.
Yeah. So
they lost out at the top of the track.
Some good ambition from the Swedes here to keep the game in play and not just follow the leader, and put some pressure on Burling. The Spanish have sailing another great race. In fact, this race will put them into 4th place if it holds as it is. They've split and they've gone to the right, so a little bit of action here in the second half of the beat. But yeah, Burling and Tuke now straight on top of the Swedes. They're not going to let any room grow.
No. Why would you? Is that Fletcher and last then?
Yeah. Sam,
why
don't you pan back to the group in the middle? It is actually pretty interesting. We're going to run into traffic with the spectator boats again, but we see Warrer. He crossed that whole group on starboard except for John Pink, GBR 10, and now he's just flipped onto port. And we see at the back of that group is Dylan Fletcher and Alan Syme. They were in. So Warrer's had to duck Dortoli, and he's now there. He goes. He's through, and let's see if he makes it across the Germans. If he doesn't make it across the Germans, then that means they both sailed themselves to the back.
I think he's across.
I think he's across as well. But the Austrians have moved back up, and that's important because the Austrians are in a fight with Botten, the Spaniard, who's in 3rd place, and Botten will have been hoping for a few of these teams to stay ahead of the Austrians. The Austrians now tacked. They're on ley line. Looks to me like Dortoli's going to come across, and I think that's Dave Evans in the GBR boat in the middle of that tight group. Oh. Okay, Botten saves that jibe. I don't know if that was probably on screen based on where they are. The red spinnaker had a swell hit while they were jibing, but coming up to the ley line here, Warrer on starboard. Pink goes for the tack inside. Austria's now bounced all the way back to 9th. Heil tacks inside, so I think the close side did pay.
Again?
Close side paid, so the teams that are willing to put in an extra tack and get to the close side and get the better breeze seem to be doing well at the top of this beat. And I think that means there's not a lot happening with Warrer and Fletcher.
No. But
I think that does mean that Botten will have a pretty secure grip on 4th. My cameraman's motioning to me that Burling and Tuke are in the lead, but don't bother with them, Sam. It's too boring to watch a boat sail in the lead. I can assure you, folks at home, that Burling and Tuke are about 100 meters into the lead, and are going to win this race handily in about another 5-10 seconds. Mid-pack here, we've got Dortoli and Dave Evans light blue spinnaker and pink spinnaker fighting for about fifth place. I'll keep you guys posted on the lead, but it looks like Sylvan of Sweden is going to go through in second, and Botten of Spain going to go through in third. So it's the mid group here that the action is. Yeah. So those second and third place is now through. Here's Dortoli going for his jibe. He's now on starboard. The Austrians coming through on port with a purple spinnaker. They've got the Austrians now have Warrer coming up. The Austrians jibe on top of Eric Heil, and looks to me like they've got him. So the Austrians making a bit of a move here, and yeah, they've got it. So the Austrians have passed Heil, and also Warrer's going to pass Heil here. So Heil getting bounced to the outside, and with the swell, he's not able to reaccelerate.
He's crossing the line now.
Crossing the line now is Dave Evans. Followed by Dortoli, and that'll be the Austrians through in next. Yeah, it is, and then Warrer. We saw Dylan Fletcher have a tough first downwind. It looks like he's doing slightly better on this next downwind. Oh no, he's behind. Oh gosh, I don't know how we're going to be able to tell how Fletcher does here, but it could be over anyways. I'm going to have to assume that Heil is going to be ahead of Fletcher. It's awfully close here, isn't it? They're all surging for the line at the same time. Let's call it Fletcher to be generous, then Heil, then Pink. And we'll see if that math still makes it impossible to pass. But it very well could have been another order.
Delgarth is the Austrian, is it?
Yeah.
That's it.